Good morning, Rita.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I love the whole look of this entire shot you have.
Thank you.
It's giving me fantastic vibes. Okay, there are people who believe in this stuff. There are people who don't. I believe in it 1,000%, and I'm making a believer out of him.
I'm on the fence, as they say.
Don't worry,
I'm
there's
a fence
time.
finder.
So, Rita, talk to us about retrograde. A lot of planets are in retrograde right now, including the one that is familiar to everybody.
Mercury.
Mercury in retrograde on September 10th. What exactly does that mean?
So, Marisol, thank you, first of all, for your efforts to convert Chris. We so appreciate that.
Yes.
On behalf of the astrology community, thank you. And so Mercury stations retrograde on September 9th, which is the day before the full moon in Pisces on the 10th. And all of the planets from Jupiter out are retrograde right now, but we feel the effects of retrogrades more acutely the closer they are to us. So because Mercury is the planet closest to us, that's why we feel its effect. And so a retrograde doesn't mean that the planet, it's sort of a misnomer. It doesn't mean that the planet is actually moving backwards. It just slows. So from our viewpoint on Earth, it appears to move backwards, but it's actually just slowing down. And because Mercury's named for the god of messages and communication, and it rules over things like language and exchange, technology, documents, travel. So that's why when it slows down, it disrupts these things, which are very pertinent to our day-to-day lives.
So then what are some of the do's and don'ts to keep in mind? Now that you've laid the groundwork, give us the do's and don'ts for Mercury retrograde.
So I think that it's a worse rap than it really needs. It's more every challenge is an opportunity, right? So it's sort of an opportunity for us to mirror the planet in slowing ourselves down and being especially careful about how we're communicating, what we're communicating. Clarity is key.
Choose your words wisely, right?
Yes, very much so. Choose your words wisely. And because retrogrades have that allusion to the past, to moving backwards, it's a great time to revisit things. We're going to talk about you, Marisol, and your personal horoscope in a bit, but it's about completing things that are lingering, are still around, whether that's a book or a breakup.
And things like think before you speak, apparently, which we should always be doing, I guess, but be extra careful during this time. Is that what we're talking about here?
Absolutely. It's just there's such a scrambling that takes place, and sometimes what we're hearing isn't really what's being said, and vice versa. So it's easy to combat. You just you speak mindfully. And with as much grace as you can when you're communicating with another person.
Which we should be doing whether Mercury is in retrograde or not.
I want to know about the don'ts.
Exactly.
Yes. What should
we not be doing during this time period?
So
a television show.
If you can help it, avoid any signing any legal documents, big purchases, things like that. Again, if it happens to coincide, it's not the end of the world. It's just, again, a reminder to really read the fine print, be super sure about what you're doing. And again, as we were talking about, in terms of the past sort of bubbling up.
I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance.
Exactly, and they do. They always do, Marisol.
Somebody been there?
It really comes to fruition during retrogrades. I say it's the season of hexes and X's, and it's not like you shouldn't not respond. It's just that when it comes to responding, the intention should be putting it to rest, not taking it to bed, if you will.
Yes.
Okay. Now, being a meteorologist as well, fall equinox is coming September 22nd, and a full moon this weekend. What are those things? How do they play out and impact us?
So the full moon is on the 10th. It's in Pisces, and full moons are always about culminations. The new moon is when we plant, and the full moon is when we reap. Marisol, I'm sure you find in your life, and also with your passion for astrology, that being ruled by the moon as a Cancer, you probably feel the effects of lunation more than other signs.
Yes, I do feel that. I do. Yes, I'm a moon child. I get terribly thirsty around the full moon. And
what kind of thirsty, Marisol?
Yeah, really.
Well, I'll spill the tea later.
Got a whole other show to talk about.
No, but yes, I do feel it acutely. I feel a little bit more emotional. Be that as it may, just to tie up Mercury retrograde, when does Mercury retrograde end?
Mercury retrograde begins on the 9th and it ends October 20th, but there is a shadow period before
the retro shade.
Exactly.
Oh,
She's got
look
it.
at you, smarty pants, know-it-all. She gets the gold star today, Rita. See what happens here? I just signed a lease yesterday. Is that too close? Did I get in the window in time?
We'll see.
Oh,
but
great.
I don't. I think that again, like as long as you read the fine print, and honestly,
Okay.
in terms of your horoscope as a Taurus for this month, it's all about like the balancing of pleasure and productivity, and so I feel like if you feel great in that space, it's probably a wonderful omen.
There you
And I'm
go.
gunning for you.
And I do.
He does.
Been there.
And we like it.
All right.
Rita, thank you so much.
was fun.
It was
love
my
the
pleasure.
ensemble. Thanks for setting the record straight when it comes to Mercury in retrograde. And of course, these are just guidelines, right? Do you. Follow what is in your brain and in your heart and all the rest. And for me,
Absolutely.
I'm slowly she's getting me over to the other side now. We'll see. I took one step
We're
closer
tag
today,
teaming
Rita.
you to the other side.
exactly. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Rita. Stay well.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
You too.